The Backrooms found footage. This series of videos, was suggested by Someone10, one of my oldest supporters in the channel. And I think that nowadays everyone knows KANE Pixel. He was the guy behind directing the Backrooms movie, and I believe that he was the one responsible for the entire Backrooms existence. This video with 90 million views and posted over 4 years ago was the start of it all. So now I am gonna try to react to as many videos as I can in this playlist. I might be here for a while, so if you guys can, a like on the original videos that you think that deserve a like, and in a 3, and a 2, and a 1, and a go.
Sound, camera,
Rolling.
all right, and action. All right, cut. That was good, guys. All right, that was good. I'm thinking we get a wide angle, and then we're done.
Man,
Right?
look at
Yeah,
look at how young he was at that time.
A little more.
No, they
Yeah,
just
yeah.
for what I seen in the interviews for the movie, he just looked like a full-fledged out adult. But back here, he just looked like a teenager, and he kind of looks like a reckless Ben.
Hello?
Ooh, good thing that I actually put
Hello?
my headset on the
Hey
Bluetooth,
guys.
because this is a little bit loud for me right now.
What is this? Hello?
Ooh, I saw
Is
it.
someone there?
I think that so far, in all of these years that the Backrooms has been out, I only played the 2 Backrooms game. One of them was the pool rooms, which had 2 levels, and another one was one that was made by an Argentinian guy. There's one that there are like many great hills, and you gotta make it to the edge of the map to be able to escape. I think that the aspect of the Backrooms that gives the most sensation of familiarity is the lights in the ceiling, because that is a type of lighting that was very used in the 90s, especially in offices and malls, I believe. Hey, welcome to the stream. Oh, I saw it, Kirol. I saw that this takes place in 1996. I was about to say 1969.
Can anybody hear me? Hello? Damn it.
I also wonder in what platform is he using this. Why not the Backrooms movie? Because I still don't have the ingenuity to know how to edit a movie reaction. And I believe that you have to pay for that, and there will be the whole thing with copyrights. So I would prefer just watching things that would not bring that trouble to my channel. At least not now, if I do not know how to edit it correctly.
Okay.
Man, seeing that this is how it all started,
What the hell?
it's kind of uncanny in a way. It feels like watching a textbook that it was the base of all textbooks. Window. I think I also played one Backrooms game a long time ago in the stream, where that was the main villain, that was the main antagonist, that was the thing that was chasing me. I had to keep moving left and right to try to get some codes for the doors. And in the end, I reached just at the end of the game, the end of the beta, or the end of the free version. I don't know if it was Escape the Backrooms, but I know that that is the most popular Backrooms game to this day, right? And another thing that I have to say, is it just me, or this video for the Backrooms, it looks more shitty than many other ones? And I say this with all the respect that I can, because a lot of the Backrooms videos that I've seen, you know, like in most recent times, they feel like they are more clean, that they have a higher quality of image. Because this one, it actually feels like it was recorded by a very bad camera. Also, Roddy, thank you for the sequence of 3 transmissions. Thank you for being here. Are we gonna see the smiley creature? No, we're not. I had seen from a different video. It was an animated video explaining the Backrooms. That there was one creature in this world that was the smiling, or the smile, and it was a creature that would be in the darkness, smiling at you, waiting for you to get into the darkness. But that other picture, let me go back to that real quick if you guys don't mind. I have seen this one somewhere before. I think I have seen in a game or a different game from the Backrooms, because I 100% saw someone playing a Backrooms game and they had to explore this scenario.
What the fuck is this place?
So there are different dates, Kiro. I'll go back to the beginning of the episode later to see the date. Wasting management. You know, beyond the movie, I am still to find any piece of media in the Backrooms that showcases different people. Oh wow, that's trippy. That's very trippy.
What the f-
But I'm still to see any piece of media in the Backrooms showcasing different people meeting in this world and trying to survive together. A little bit like the Infinite IKEA ambient, you know, where many people, they might get lost or stuck in the Infinite IKEA by different portals or different entrances. But they form tribes, they start to get themselves in smaller groups or bigger groups to survive, to kill other survivors for their resources, and for control of the aisles. But I really would enjoy seeing a whole, like, a territory dispute in the Backrooms made by survivors. And okay, little note. I felt it's not disappointment, but I felt frustrated just seeing this image. Because when I played the Backrooms game, I went ahead, I explored it, I went to a second lower level to progress the story. I did a full circle on that, and I came out back to level 1 instead of progressing to level 3. And I spent an hour just exploring, looking around, not knowing where I should have gone, until I found it. As Queso said, when you are doubting if you're going to the right way, just hug one wall and keep following it. You're eventually gonna find your way. That is the best advice that you can do in this situation if you're lost. If he's back here, the creature made of wires and metal is gonna be here too, right? And could you guys imagine how much more terrifying the Backrooms would be if there was a day and night cycle? If you are out of nowhere, just exploring the back rooms, and then you hear a clock or a bell, and then everything starts to go dark and no light at all. End of the line, I think. Oh no, not end of the line. Ah, okay, that got me a little bit. That got me a little bit. Oh shit. Wait, that's a real thing for the backrooms? For you to be able to escape, you just fall out of the freaking sky? I never knew that. I never knew that that was a thing. Before we go to the next one, let's look again at the beginning of the video so we can see the date on the, I think it's a claquette, what they call it. Scene 7A, take 4, direction, yada yada yada, camera, yada yada, date, the 7th of the 4th month of 91. So technically this video, it was discovered then 5 years later, according to the lore, right? September 23, 1996. So 5 years later, they discovered the camera. So that means that the camera was the only thing that survived with him. It was the only thing that was found in the end. He was teleported, or he was still stuck there. Well, I guess we're gonna keep moving to know. Let's see. Mar 1190 archive.tar. Compiled on June 1991. So this was before they found the video, but still. Wait, is this after he got lost? No, yeah, this is after the kid got lost. Data not accessible. Formatting. Loading archive.tar. So this is how it started to create the pool rooms. It showed the different rooms that were still in the back room, but they were never discovered. And I don't think there was in the description, but I would very much like to know what program KANE used to create all of these. Also, this establishes that they have bases into the backrooms. I've seen videos and games that they go to the backroom, they have like a little outpost set, little place that you use to be able to like get in and out, to be able to teleport yourself back to where you need to be, you know, real world and backrooms. So it's interesting to see that they would really bring equipments down there. I don't know why, but usually the last picture usually is the one that holds the most meaning. So that, let me go back to that real quick. So this picture right here should have a great meaning to the series, or at least I imagine that it had in the beginning. I don't have much to speak about this video, but the fact that this was an expansion video for the series, I imagine it is. Just giving pictures of things that were most likely connected to the world and things that the government knew about the world. But let's see how this goes now. This one was discovered on the 7th of February of 1988, so even before the first video. Oh, this one actually has subtitles. Thank you. Wait, did the other one have subtitles? Did I miss something? No, this one and the first one didn't have subtitles. But this one does. And as we saw, these ones...
July 2nd, 1988, the Radeon research facility tested its low proximity magnetic distortion system for the third time. Details regarding the results of the experimentation have not yet been released. During a press conference held in April of 1988, Ivan Beck, vice director of the Radeon
Ivan Beck
described the intention of these tests, stating this.
Can I also point out that the name of the company is Async? I don't know if it's a play on the words, but you know that the word sync means to connect or to establish like a bridge or connection between a system or two acting, you know, like things. So if the name of the company is Async, this already points me that this company was responsible for maybe opening a gateway or to just desync the worlds and then maybe open these connections or discover these connections to the backrooms. I know, maybe I'm already going too deep for nothing.
Backing from the United States government will offer a solution to all current and future storage and residential needs and save billions of dollars on property construction and management.
So they literally wanted to use the backrooms as a storage in backrooms? There's the yellow that we know. Also, I really would like to know who was the one that designed the art for these videos, because they give me such a 80s vibe. Because when I watch this, it kind of feels like this is a sketch for a video game, or is the sketch of some of a still image that it's supposed to be moving still. I don't know how to explain that well, but it is uncanny, but at the same time it looks familiar. Exactly what the Backrooms is supposed to be about. Okay, just came back to make sure that I gave the like. The next one's called Backrooms First Contact. FBI warning. Federal law provides severe civil and criminal penalties for the unauthorized reproduction, distribution, or exhibition of the following videotape. Do we also have subtitles for this one? Yeah, we do. Async. That's number 6. Wait, I think that... Modifications. Triple support to beam on internal chamber 23A. Introduced plus 13 additional RF cavities, L372. Introduced redacted into the redacted. I don't know what, but I feel like this... if this was in a medical report, this feels a little bit uncanny. Even too much. Replace detectors 41 to 90. Or 41-90. High precision beam now monitors for vibration exceeding 90,000 MV/G. Wait, there are a few things that flash in the image. Let's look at that. 0008 equals something. I don't know what is that. I don't know if it's written in Russian. But it says failure, failure, failure. Hopefully they're not having problems with the respawn machine. Zero side, trigger chambers, filter, tracking chamber. They're really trying to map out the backrooms on this and make a base there, aren't they? Oh, that is the portal that we saw into the previous video. And this one is recorded on 1989. When was this video? Yeah, like 1989. So this test was done and saved by the FBI or by the government. Wait. 10/17? Okay, so it's the 10th month of the 17th. So I was reading the date a little bit wrong, my bad. In Brazil, we have a different calendar system than the United States when it comes to the numbers. So they had a failure, and it opened the portal by itself. Jesus Christ, turn it off, shut it down! This shit always starts with someone saying to keep it going, to not stop the test. But they did it, they done it. They made an official door. A door that cannot be closed now. Missing Nicholas Bolton. Wait, is this the guy from the first episode? The cameraman that went missing? The second... No, like the day 2 of the 3rd month of 1990. I think that this is supposed to be the guy that went missing on the first one. At least I'm guessing that it is. And this one doesn't have subtitles. Also, this one is called Missing Persons. So now we're gonna go into the fact of people that go missing and they end up in the back rooms. Margaret Watson. Missing reward. Missing Alice White. Man, imagine being a little kid and just dropping into that thing. I don't know if the backrooms appear just when they turn the machine. If you can remind me of the date, it already slipped my mind. But I don't think that is the first mission or the first like discovery of the backrooms. I feel like the backrooms would have been discovered before. I just feel like they made a fully fleshed out portal that can be accessed at any moment with that failure. At least that's what I understood by the video. Reported missing person cases, and in 89 and like from the middle of 88 to 89 it increased, then it went down, then started to increase a lot. So right now I understand that after the problem that they had with the machine, which let me check again, we're at like 51, that went down on 89 at the end of 89. That's when the problem really started to get out of control. Look at this. At the end of 89, that's when everything started to get worse. So indeed, them just creating that whole destabilization of the backrooms is when people start to go even more missing. Oh, we're actually getting movement? We're actually getting people exploring the backrooms? It does make sense. Because now that they would have opened the portal, they would have been able to get free access to the backrooms, you know, from that main portal. I don't think they created this dimension. Because if they were doing tests to connect to this other dimension, I feel like this would have already existed. At least that's the way that I see it. I don't think this would have been created from one second to the other. Or at least, if it was, there's a big time oscillation between the dimensions. So it's unclear. It's unclear for me to this point.
I don't know. I've never seen this like that. It may just be part of the environment.
You can actually see that they have the hazmat suits and they also have gas mags inside. Wait, is that the missing guy from the first vid? Yeah, it's the missing guy from the first picture.
Definitely no. It's organic.
It was the wire monster.
Fungus?
I want to see that again. I will not be able to read that. So they start to like actually investigate the backrooms, but by creating this doorway, it just increased the number of missing people that were sucked into the backrooms. For the first time, they established a connection between the worlds, but at the same time, the layer between the dimensions became smaller. Yeah, or not only that, more gateways were opened. More places that if someone is walking, they simply fall into the backrooms, like we saw that happen with that kid at the first episode, the cameraman. Oh, and now we're gonna see the autopsy for this guy. What was his name again? Let me see right here. His name was Nicholas. So we're gonna see the autopsy for Nicholas. Okay, 205 of the 90s. Oh, and we're gonna get some voice acting. John Doe autopsy reports. I wonder how long it would have taken them to actually be able to link the fact that these people that they're doing the autopsy are actually people that went missing in a certain region. Couldn't they have searched for the database? Or maybe these people just go missing and then years later they're found in the backrooms by the crews, you know, that are exploring. But let's go. Acing department.
Subject is male, somewhere between 18 and 21 years old. I estimate that the time of death was around 5 days ago, but due to the severe tissue damage, it's hard to say for sure. The cause of death was likely malnutrition. I was able to recover most of the digestive tract.
Wait.
The cause of death was likely malnutrition.
Malnutrition? You are right. This video came before. But what is more interesting to me is that, of course, I don't think was made in a 3D environment. I think this is art, you know, someone drew this autopsy. But it's incredible to think that the subject actually died from malnutrition in the end. Because for a lot that we see in the backrooms, since backrooms nowadays not just the exploration videos, they are games, I expected that in the end you wouldn't feel so tired, that you wouldn't get hungry. I thought that it was just infinite, you know, you just like keep infinitely roaming the backrooms until you died. But no, you can actively die from malnutrition. I did not know that.
I was able to recover most of the digestive tract. So, things start to deviate from what we would consider to be natural. The decomposition process appears to have been stunted somehow. It's like portions of the body stopped decaying and were sustained.
I think I saw a clip or a 5-second clip from the backrooms where the guy who plays Captain Clark, I'll call him Clark, he found some people that were just in a standing still, you know, kind of state, and that they were decomposing, but at the same time they were having a different phenomenon on them. And he said, you can even eat them if you want to. So people could survive on cannibalism in the backrooms.
Areas, however, were completely overtaken by culture. So, I took a couple samples of some material here. At first, I thought it was an aggregated collection of Pseudomonas fluorescens, but
Oh yeah, I think it was. I think this is the same thing that it was on the movie.
Bacillus, which it should be completely benign, but well, really, I don't know what to make of this. Mr. Beck, may I ask where this subject came from?
So he doesn't know. You guys see that real quick? There was the door. There are the tissues, the samples, and now we could see Nicholas over here. There was a guy in a... Wait for it. Wait for it, I want to see. This environmental was never for mankind. Okay, so I think they were condemning the project and the exploration of the backrooms. And the symbolism that the catastrophe that happened that day, the red lights going off, it was never a good thing. And this one is called informational video for internal use only. What year is this? It's still in the 90s. Okay. But I think that this is supposed to be a training video for anyone that is actually going to the backrooms, right? Async.
Welcome to the Project KV-31 Research and Development Team. In this short, informative video, you will be briefed on the required protocol in regard to Project KV-31, as well as receive an overview of future development plans. What is Project KV-31? Project KV-31 pertains to the study and development of the async low-proximity magnetic distortion system.
Yeah, we've been familiar with the threshold so far.
For the sake of convenience, you may hear your peers refer to the project under any of the following titles: the machine, the door, the back rooms,
The back
complex,
rooms.
hallways. Unauthorized usage of these terms outside of the async research facility is strictly prohibited. Reach the threshold without guided supervision.
Wait, so could you be sucked into that?
Never enter the complex alone.
Yeah, because if they're saying to never enter the complex alone, it must be because if you separate yourself, there might be distortion that will truly separate you, or they will never be able to know where you truly went if you're not accompanied by someone.
All expeditions are to be comprised of no fewer than 3 individuals.
Alright, this is a good rule. Oh man, sometimes these dry cuts from the tapes, they feel so uncanny. I wonder if this is the first test, because we don't have any lines or any rope. But with the missing person video... Oh, we got subtitles. No, oh sorry, I accidentally opened the... Oh, we don't have subtitles, that was the comments. But they had a rope that they were dragging around it to, so they could know where to come back to. There it is.
I'm not going to be doing anything about it now. I mean, do you really think that there's actually a vaccine in this situation? I mean, there's too many variables. we set the whole circuit, so it was doable. So you know how it is, you're gonna want to have the thing come on and I had a meeting.
I don't think I'll be able to understand what you're saying. They should have followed Queso's advice. Always hug a wall.
Guys, can you hear this?
Yeah, it's getting louder.
Hey guys, can you hear this? Hey!
Ah, that's why you never should go alone.
Guys.
You got transported.
Guys?
It's just like in Helldivers, when you disconnect and there's a new like a server made just for you and you're all alone.
Hey!
Just go back the way you came, see if there is a door there.
There's this one.
Imagine how much personnel they must have lost this way, for them to understand that you should never walk along the back rooms. We saw pictures that they eventually set up outposts into the back rooms, but I wonder if during any of the attempts that they had to create these outposts, if they also lost entire crews to suddenly be just teleported, or the map got reset and then they lost everyone. What should be the biggest number, you know, of missing people that they had in one singular expedition or in one singular day doing this? I would definitely take that axe. I would 100% take that as a weapon to defend myself. Ooh, I do not like that quick, like a change of like directions with the camera, because that indicates that there might be a jump scare coming up. But this looks like a place for a play. Wait, do you guys hear that? It's like there was either something growling in the distance or there was something sleeping and just snoring. This couldn't be one of their outposts, right? Would it demand a code, a card? Imagine if he arrived in the past. Oh, no way.
Hello?
Wait, isn't that the door?
Hey!
Could have he arrived in the future? Because if he arrived in the future and he was into one of their facilities in the future, in the backrooms, then that would explain why there would be that alarm and why there was a door gateway there. Complex. This one's called Motion Detected, also in the 90s. And I think that we are slowly progressing with the last 3 videos to have like a one event happening like every couple of weeks, or just skip 1 month and then something else happens. Yeah, March 5th, the 90s. Also, let me get something straight. So, okay, so the second number is the day and the first one is the month. Just making sure. Let's continue. Do we have subtitles for this one? No, we don't. Here they are building the base. Okay, once again, the name of the video is Motion Detected. But those little cameras, you know what they remind me? They remind me the reality anchors in the SCP universe. Because sometimes there will be such great dimension distortions, you know, in some like investigations that they need to actually bring an anchor. They need to bring a device that will like stabilize the world that they're in, so it doesn't get like too many alterations that could compromise the mission. 7 modified video cameras are optimally positioned along the lateral division A. Each camera has been modified to send out an alert and begin recording when motion or substantial noise is detected. I'm surprised that they also didn't point out any cameras like from the sides and into the middle. Yeah, I also really enjoyed the SCP universe. There are some channels that they do a magnificent job helping us visualize, animate, and understand everything that happens with certain entities and certain events. The following is a compilation of all detected motion alerts received during the night of Monday, March 5th. Motion detected, just 20 minutes short from 8. What was that? 3 researchers passed Central Division D. So we're gonna start this easy. 1, 2, 3. Do you think that this was expected? It's because since this is a compilation, they must have been people that were sent. Returning researchers past Central Division D. Let's see. 1, 2. Wait. Returning researchers, but was there only 2 of them? 1, 2. There was only 2. They missed the other guy. Didn't they know that he went missing? Supervisor passes camera 6. Nine. Threshold barrier closed. Also, they can still close the door to the backroom. They just don't leave it open 24/7. But you see that there's a little frame there with where there could be a window over there, here. I think that this is gonna be the place that we saw the other guy, the guy that got lost, returning and identified this place completed. So there was a time warp. TBD? I don't know what that abbreviation means. It could have been that creature from the first video. 2 in the morning, noise detected, microphone failure. I feel like every time that there are like these like microphone failures or the lights flicker a little bit, it means that there's been an alteration in the universe of the backrooms. Almost 4 AM and motion detected. Right there on the left. I don't know if that was the creature just moving around the corner to see or to sneak. Oh, it kind of looks like like it had bunny ears almost, but I think it was the creature. It has multiple limbs. I wonder how many people would actually be put to a project like this if they understood that, you know, that they had a new dimension at their hands. This one was recorded on the 5th month, on the 10th day of 1982. This one's called Prototype. Are they gonna try to send a robot to explore the backrooms? Is this what this is gonna be? What is like the best SCP in my opinion? I feel like the Infinite Pizza would be the best one. Courtesy of Oak Ridge National Laboratory. Conducted on May 10th, 1982 under the supervision of Philip R. Heyman. Imagine being called Heyman. Anyone could just come to you and say Heyman and they would be saluting you and also calling you by your last name. I know it might be a little bit stupid, but I think it's funny. And also I wonder, was this built in real life for the video and recorded with a very shitty camera? Or was this like a built in an animation software? So the name of the video was Prototype, so I imagine that that was the prototype to try to open the door to the backrooms. Async Research Institute. This one was recorded... oh, just 4 days before that? That was 4 days before that? And it's called Pitfalls. Documented by Marvin E. Leaf. And we must have subtitles for this one. It allows me to activate them. Oh no, they're auto-generated. I prefer to keep it off then. Live action. Okay, so we have the supervisor on the right. He has the briefcase. Most likely the guy on the left was the cameraman.
Mark, mic check.
You're all good. This is Marv 123. Marv, mic check 123.
Great. This is
Restricted area, magnetic field, hazard area.
George, mic.
I also remember that in the Stranger Things, Even though they had a horrible finale, they said that they, like with the compass and the magnetic fields, it messed with like the compasses and other tools to be able to discern like where's north because of the portal being open. So it's interesting that from this video and from the strange thing, it's like there's this correlation between the magnetic fields. Okay, now this I know it's animation, right? Yeah. That is the doorway. Wait, this is already is the back room. They already entered. They have this whole place built already.
Has the vertical expansion been approved yet?
They're not getting to that until after the presentation.
When does that go through?
Sorry, can you repeat?
What day will the tour be over?
From the 7th to the 10th.
So at this moment, they were already placing the tapes on the ground so people could follow it back.
Get the cable. Okay.
Ooh, so this is a no-go zone? Wait, I imagine you couldn't go there. They were placing a red tape on the ground. Does it mean that this is a hostile environment or not explored yet? Also, how much you must get paid to be the first one to go explore somewhere like this? Because at least in the SCP Foundation, to a lot of things you're kind of told what is going on, or at least you're briefed on what is the threat that is ahead and the dangers of you going to a mission like this. Could this be the same group that lost the other guy?
Wow.
Oh no, this is different. I have a feeling that someone's gonna fall on this.
Is that all carpeted? Huh. Looks like carpet on all sides.
They sent something. If I knew something from the Backrooms game, someone always falls on that. And I think that I fell onto this trap.
Might be at an angle.
And we've got a door.
Don't recognize the design.
Who would be the madman to go in this thing first?
All the way over there. Assembling a walkway would be redundant. For all we know, it's just another dead end. Alright,
Someone's gonna fall,
go
man.
notify Cloud.
Yeah, and he's not gonna be the first, the cameraman, so he's gonna fall. Someone's gonna fall on this. Man, if no one falls on this episode, I'm gonna be extremely surprised. He didn't fall?
Oh my god. What do you see?
Everything okay?
Marvin, get the camera over here.
Across?
Fine, just hurry.
Okay. Sure, yeah.
I think this would be against protocol to just tell someone to go there, look at something, instead of describing it first.
Okay.
Quick, seriously.
Yeah, I'm going.
Fun fact, the Backroom was originally considered an SCP.
Walking on normal ground.
It's impressive that the Backroom just grew so much to the point that it became its own thing, you know? Now it's just not an SCP.
Watch it.
Dude, I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I knew that someone was gonna fall.
Marvin, do you copy?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Are you injured?
I think I pulled something in my shoulder. I'm a bit dizzy, but no, I'm fine.
Where are you? Can you describe your surroundings?
It's different. like a room up there, but architecture's the same, but the wallpaper is different. It's a bit greener.
Also, this has
Hold
more
on,
of
I
a
need to
dim
see.
light.
Nope. I'm not reaching the tunnel I fell from. The opening comes out through the wall, but it's too high.
Honestly, they should already have a material for a rescue like this, you know, to just send like cables or something.
Seems to be fine. I'm recording, but who knows what the output will be like.
Mark, make your way back over to this side. Carefully.
Do we have another camera? I need to get this. It has to wait. This takes precedence.
It's fair, but what is on the other side that the guy just really wants to record it or say, you guys gotta see this?
Throw it on the guideline with the weight attached. I can use it to climb up.
Just tried that. There won't be enough length to reach you. George, go right back to standard and bring it tether. Hang in there, Marv.
You still got to...
What was that?
What was what?
I don't know.
I didn't hear anything up here.
Sounded like
something
I
screaming.
think there's somebody down here. I hear yelling. Like a person is yelling.
A person?
Are we actually gonna find someone in the
Yeah.
back rooms?
That makes no sense. Are you sure you're not just hearing us?
No, it's definitely not to me.
There's no mistaking it. And this is a crooked room. Oh man, I really hope this is not just a trap laid by some creature. I really hope that this can actually be someone in the back room that we can find. Could this be the smiling creature?
What?
Oh, this is the neighborhood.
Are those streetlights?
I was like in a game of the back room that had something like this, a neighborhood.
You need to stay at the hole. George will wreck anyone.
Go back to the hole.
The situation from there.
Man, go back at the hole.
But what if Miller's right about the null zones?
Even if that's the case, I agree with Mark. It's not worth the risk.
I'm more hooked than I have been in the previous ones. This one is completely new territory for me on the Backrooms lore.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Marv, what are you doing?
I'm trying to find them. I know how to get back. It's fine.
Keep us posted.
I imagine it's gonna be a monster, but if there's someone here that is not a monster, someone that can actually communicate. But what would you guys do in this situation? I would have stayed the fuck where I fell. I would not get to anywhere else in this situation. I would just sit there and wait.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Anything?
I feel like if this was in the 2000s or 2010s, 2020s, and like there was something like this discovered, I feel like I would obligate any research that would go into the backrooms to watch at least 10 hours of horror movies to know how to survive these situations and what not to do.
There are inverted turn signs in this room coming out of the carpet.
They're inverted? What do you mean by that?
Mirrored. They're not oriented properly.
Man, you could have been saved. You could have established a whole new mission with other people at this point, but you decide to keep going further and further in. Don't do that. Don't do this. Don't keep going further. Just go back. I would especially go back if there would be a lot of interference. And once again, there was a flick on the camera. I think the world changed again. Wait. Oh, for a moment I was gonna say, is this the same place that we found Nicholas, the corpse?
Repeat, Marvin, do you copy?
This is Marv?
Okay. Good, we read you.
Is that an air fryer? No, it's a backpack.
Oh my god.
What?
I think someone's been living down here.
Living down there? That's not possible.
Hey! Can you hear me? I think I found him.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Man, if this is not a monster, I'm gonna be extremely surprised.
That's not a person.
Wait,
What is that?
there's not a person.
That is not
Yeah,
a
run.
fucking person!
What? Marvin, talk to me. What do you see? What's going on?
Don't fall, man. Keep running. Though I feel like that 10,000% could have been Nicholas' voice stolen by the monster.
George, it's immediate. Marvin, what's going on?
He's gonna try to hide, he's gonna keep running. And now they cannot hear you where they could before. Man, I really wonder if this is gonna be something that's gonna be followed in the same style in the Backrooms movie. I still didn't watch the movie. But it would be so cool.
Kim, I need that suitcase. Here, hold it like this.
If they have this camera, if they have this, he's most likely gonna escape. He's gonna be able to come back to the wire.
George.
Okay, I'm here. Set it down.
They should have said it down like minutes ago.
Grab it like, yeah, hold it. Okay.
The creature's searching for him now. It's searching.
Okay. Stand clear, we're setting it down.
You know, for your own survival, no matter if it's in a fictional scenario like this or in real life, you should at least be fit enough to be able to climb a rope. You should make sure that you can climb a rope. That was it? That was it? I imagine he survived. Wait. The 5th month, the 6th day? Well, which one was the previous one? Oh, it's the same day. So the reporter will be coming next. So he made it. He must have made it. We're on the 11th video. There's still another 12. And one big video over here. There are a few big videos. Okay. Alright. And I saw by some thumbnails that this is gonna even get more high quality. So let's go.
Sorry, can you repeat that? Marvin.
That's not a person.
What is it?
That is not a fucking person!
What? Marvin, talk to me. What do you see? What's going on?
Something else. Man, it's still crazy that we go 11 episodes in, and so far we only have one confirmed monster and a second possible entity. The one that we saw when there was like the movement captured by the camera. I gotta say, if this was an opening for a Backrooms game, I would be hyped the fuck up. I made a promise that I would try to hold on the swears, but oh, it's actually live action. This is cool. Alright, and it's not just a 1 minute video. We gotta have more. We must have more. 500 episodes. I don't know why, but I just imagine a little like a logo showing Balenciaga as soon as I saw him like just marching towards the camera. Ooh, and I might have to sneeze. So give me a sec, guys. And you know what that elevator reminds me of? That elevator reminds me of the classrooms. If you guys ever saw any gameplay of that, or if you guys ever played the game, you know that for every level you gotta take an elevator. Plus, imagine if KANE Pixels did not do this, or did not use this as a YouTube series, and he actually hid, or he just like a sent or like left those tapes in different places of the world for people to find and actually create this theory. And I think that at this point we still didn't discover the first tape, right? The first recording for the first video is still not close to that year, right? It was about 1991, and this is like 1 year before. Or no, it was recorded in 1991, but it was recovered on 96, so we're still 6 years away from actually finding that, and 1 year away from the event actually taking place. Also, I hope that the volume of my voice is okay. I imagine that the black scientist, he's like coming up to report that something was discovered. And he's bringing the information upwards that there was something of significance, like importance, that should have been addressed or should be brought up. We've seen all these places so far. The pictures. Yep, the tape, that little like tape placer. That is new. Wait, they actually brought people without the suits in there to make this construction? Okay, they sealed off because there is a creature there, so it makes sense that they would seal it off. But I'm surprised that they didn't make a gate or didn't make a door or anything, you know, to be able to go beyond and explore. So it's kind of weird seeing the company being competent about the way to deal with certain creatures or certain threats. And I think that this is the room. Yep, this is the window room that we saw a couple of episodes ago. It can be closed. There's a chair there to the right, so I still think that this might be the computer room that that guy who got lost, he found his way back to, and there were the alarms. So what could be now? Ah, this one doesn't even... 30 seconds? No description. 9780415263573. Is there gonna be a card that's simply gonna fall into a void and disappear? Yep! Yep! Oh, that's why into one of the next videos there was the image of a wrecked car. Man, imagine just crashing your car into the Backrooms. Backrooms presentation, FBI warning. We already read this before. This was like in the late 1990s. No, sorry. This was in the middle of 1990s, just a couple of days after there was the creature. Once again, this video is called presentation, so I think that this is the moment that we actually start bringing the fines to higher ups. Alright, well, let's see it. What do you have to say? A space perspective development.
The world around us is ever changing. Throughout this past century, we have seen the advent of countless innovations that have completely this past century.
It's a little bit mimetic, you know, like not in like into the sci-fi side, but it's a little bit of a meme to see the two towers.
We have seen
for obvious reasons, and also seen displays because I've been to this place in GTA. So I think that every gamer would recognize
the
this.
Advent of countless innovations that have completely reshaped life as we know it. But with all of this growth comes a number of undesirable byproducts. Byproducts that, if left unchecked, have the potential to irreversibly scar
this is what they
our
want, right?
world.
They want to use the Backrooms as a garbage disposal
is
and storage.
To increase exponentially in the coming decades, we must account for these never-before-faced challenges in ways equally never before considered. Here at Async, we believe we have found the solution. The Low Proximity Magnetic Distortion System. What is the Low Proximity Magnetic Distortion System? Using 32 magnetic distortion system. Using
32, the low proximity magnetic distortion system, condensing and allow the detectable to buy rapidly, at which point it proportionate enough. Okay, so basically it's using some energy to be able
allowing for
to open the gate
and personnel to seamlessly pass through their designated threshold.
So they want this to just be like a storage for a place for people to live, or they actually want to use this as a teleport device to connect multiple places.
While our current threshold is limited in scale, future models will be able to span entire rooms, allowing for the transfer of larger vessels and equipment.
But they will still have to find a way to get big enough rooms to be able to transport trucks. But I feel like that's where the neighborhood would be one of the most important rooms for them to locate and to get a portal in, right? Because of the roads. Property cost comparison, a space, conventional storage. And can you guys imagine a world where it would be ideal for you to go and rent or to buy a home into the Backrooms instead of living the real world? It keeps growing. Just keeps growing. Dude, I think that this was the same when I watched Vita Cornus and when I watched I forgot what was the name of the other series. But it was one about, oh yeah, Midwest Angelica. But I really like when I see videos of enterprises that they really showcase that they are planning a lot for these things. Even there are things that can just put at risk like mankind. They show that they are actually making plans that can be presented to the government and why those plans should actually be good and why those plans should be carried on. Look at this. Corporate offices, storages. Someone is working on. Someone would be working and playing for Valve into the Backrooms. I 100% believe that. Commercial spaces. But they haven't even studied if you could actually get vitamins in there. What about sunlight? You could not have a few generations there and not have genetical problems, right? If people don't get sunlight. Would plants actually be able to survive there? In any space? Residential. Okay, now I think that this is Gmod. This cannot be real life, right? There's no way this is real life. There's no way that they got this entire set in this real life. These concepts, they're not so bad, but it's still too empty, too large. Humankind evolved and made their space in a way that they're finite, you know, that there are walls and that's it. They didn't make it with intent to actually be able to see that much far ahead inside their own buildings. It's uncanny. Okay, so this is animation. Doe Tape Archive 3283. I feel like I should remember that face. I think that's gonna be important later on. Doe Tape Archive 3283. What would happen if they tried to destroy the walls to make a bigger room and they tried to make their own walls? The door's closing. Why is the door closing? Are they gonna shut down? Are they finishing for today? Could this be the moment that lost researcher found his way back? No. Different moment.
As a matter of fact, if you look to clause 4 page, you see exactly technologies in the world by failure to recognize that by having a system of declassification of certain elements, having the industry be with us at that point. Sir, did you come over here? Sir, please take a look at this. If you could all just excuse me for a moment. My apologies.
I was right, this is the moment that someone appeared, that he was back. This one's called Recording 014. Still in the 90s. I think that was the same day.
From the ACENT Research Institute in San Jose, California. I'm trying to get hold of my supervisor, who I believe is currently staying at your venue. Ivan Beck. Yes, that'd be great, thank you. Clyde. Hey, it's me. Do you have a second? Fair point. So I've got a bit of a problem going on over here. About 45 minutes ago, I was called back down to KB31 because apparently, while the Department of Energy was reviewing our contracts, an employee managed to set off the complex motion sensors. Yeah. Actually, that went perfectly. We've got all the initial signatures, and the contract should be executed by next week. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Back to the problem though. So I get called down to figure out why we have a fully suited employee in the complex after hours on an off day. Well, I have no idea who this is. He's definitely not on the project.
Was it just erased?
Well, I tried to talk to him, but he's completely disoriented. He doesn't seem to know where he is or who I am. Yeah. He said his name was Peter Tench. Ivan? Probably over the cameras. I'm the last one here. Everyone else is headed home. No, it's just me. Wait, hold on. This isn't him, is it?
It shows a forest. The last thing he said, this isn't him, is it? So it was something else. Man, can you actually imagine if something just came out of the backrooms and would be able to mimic someone to try to come out in the real world? But okay, real quick. I'm gonna pause here for now and I'm gonna come back to this another day because I know that there are gonna be some very long videos, and since this seemed to be a more bigger is a longer one, I would like to react this in a later date. So with the power of editing, I will be back in a second. Okay, I'm back, and right now we're gonna continue where we left off. Today is a new day, and we're gonna watch Backrooms found footage number 2. And on the thumbnail, I already see that there is a car. So I imagine that that car that disappears is gonna make an appearance. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so you may be wondering what I'm doing. Recording a square of tape in my garage. I swear I've not gone crazy. There is a very good reason for this, and if you just give me a moment here.
I was wondering when this was gonna start to happen. The moment that you found a specific space that just disappeared things.
You just have to see it to believe it. So I've got some wood chips here, just a bunch of wood, and I just watch this and prepare yourself because it's really freaky. Watch the square.
It's just gonna disappear.
Look at that. Gone. They're gone. All right, I'm going to show it again, just because wood chips was a little bit of a weird example. But here's a baseball, all right? And just watch.
As long as you don't try to place your whole hand in there.
God, it went into the floor. All right, I'm going to do a couple tests now. I've got this tape measure here.
Is it going to suck the whole thing, or is it going to go there?
See how far it goes.
You know what would be even scarier for this? If she was actually like sending it down and something would start dragging the tape. Oh man, I just predicted it, but I didn't predict her actually going in there too.
Where am I?
She shouldn't have done that. the way that she's reacting to it kind of reminds me a horror game that is also has a similar liminal scare sensation to it, but also has a I'm on observation duty vibe, where the kid sees something glowing in the dark once he turns off the lights, and then he's teleported to an alternate version of his house. If you guys can remind me the name of that game, I would be very thankful. But do you guys see that this ambient doesn't mimic so much? Yeah, that was what I was about to say. It doesn't mimic so much just a normal backrooms.
Hello?
It mimics more a house. So I wonder if the location that the backrooms are, if inside a building like this, they actually mimic maybe a kitchen, a storage house, a hospital. Do you guys think that this could have a correlation? There's a dark room, and there's something white ahead, a little glimpse of white. Is this the time that we're gonna find Smiley for the first time? At least I do imagine that at one point Smiley is gonna show up. Oh man.
What is it?
I was scared for a second. I thought we were gonna have a jump scare. I kind of feel like I have been programmed to just expect jump scares in any piece of media that has a camera like this. But this is the Backrooms. It might be different. Because I don't think we had any cheap jump scare by a monster or anything like that. Every time we saw a monster, we heard his approach.
Help! I need help! Hello?
And I still would be much interested to see what happened to that hazmat suit guy that found his way back, but in the future.
What is this place even for? Hello? Oh.
Last time that we saw oil like this. Oh wait, there's a hole. I thought it was like a pool of oil.
Oh, hole on the floor. Hello? Is there anybody in there?
I forgot to watch the date or the comments or like the comment of the video in the description. I'll watch it as soon as this video is over. Well, actually, let me look at it right now. We have a long video. Oh, this is 1995. So this was 1 year before the tape from the first video was discovered.
Can't see.
Now we have a different backrooms. It's white. The lights are white, not yellow. I guess the door was locked.
Okay, there's gotta be a staircase, right? Elevator or something? How do people get in here?
So it's interesting for me because this episode kind of confirms something that I didn't think about before. We saw the video about the guy falling to the backrooms. We saw the video about him going there. And on this video, we also saw that if you just place anything on like the portal, you might also be sucked because you're connected to that item. So this is why they had to open a gate. They couldn't just be like make a rope. They had to open that gate or the doorway that we saw in the previous episodes. Kiro says, would you like a crossover between the SCP and the Backrooms? I think that in a way, if that was supposed to happen, it would have to be in the SCP universe. I don't think that would be able to happen in the Backrooms universe per se. But I like to think that multiple realities can access the backrooms. I like to think that is a isolated place that can be accessed by multiple universes, so we can see multiple scenarios. I would like it, but I don't think that they would coexist in the same base universe. Oh, hey, what's up, Walker? Be welcome. How you doing?
Okay.
No problem, Walker. You good? We're just continuing our reactions on the backrooms now.
Build this, please. What?
But the thing with the backrooms that is even more dangerous, for example, against the Infinite IKEA, even though the Infinite IKEA just has more, let's say, enemies, creatures all around it, I think it's the fact that even if you're with someone, out of nowhere you can just be separated from them, you know, you can be sucked into a different reality, you may fall into a trap that leads to a different section, then you are just cut from good. Because at least on the Infinite IKEA you can find other humans with ease. You can find a means to survive, you're not gonna die of malnutrition if you know where food and water is. And for what we saw on this one, you can die here just from starvation.
This makes no sense.
Was that blood or was that black ink there? Do you guys see that?
Guess I'll go that way. None of this makes sense.
You know what doesn't make sense? The cameras on these things running
Hello?
for as long as they do in the series.
What is that?
That is the car that we saw disappearing on the previous stream. That was the high point that I was waiting. I imagine that this is the moment that this place, that is where he had the impact of falling down, and that's where he hit, and went kaboom. And to think that this place is basically immune to fire, it didn't caught on fire.
This better still be recording.
He just marked the ground. It didn't actually burn the whole place.
What?
Is there someone in the car?
I didn't even get in here. How did this even...
So no, the person didn't die. They actually managed to get out of the car. They left their handprint in there.
This looks more normal. Hello? That's blood. Hello? Is there someone in here?
Man, every time
Hello?
we
Do you
see
need-
a dark corridor like this,
Do you need help?
I just keep imagining if we're gonna see Smiley. I don't even know if Smiley is an actual creature that is on KANE Pixel's creation. I think it might be.
Please don't be a dead body. Please don't be a dead body.
But I just keep
Hello?
wondering still. Oh, big bed. Oh no. You guys see that is all either painted or it has like the emblem of a forest.
Okay, what the hell? What is this? Is it like plant? What?
Wait. Wait. Before we continue, after the last stream, I also noticed that KANE Pixel was also the guy who made the Rolling Giant. You know, the video about the guy who went down a long stairway and found himself to an empty mall that he gets stuck in, and then there's like this great puppet giant that shows himself to be aggressive and to be alive. If we actually see this thing having roots and actually like this room having roots and having like wildlife, Remember when the giant, he turned the whole place into a great forest, or as if it was abandoned by time and taken by nature? Could this be related to that? That is my question now for the video. Could this be related? I think it's a picture of a jockey.
Whoa, what the fuck? What?
Oh, it's a creature! It's a creature! I didn't even think that it could be the creature, but it's a creature made entirely out of wood. I don't think you'll be able to outrun it now. It's too late for you. Oh, jump scare. A little bit. Could you hear the creature trying to scream help? There was a green light there. She's coming back exactly the way that she went. Oh, it saw you. Oh man, she's going back all the way to the beginning. You're gonna be out of paths. Oh, I didn't even realize that she could have actually like gone back to that place and then she would have jumped. Wait, there is that green light again. Could that be the exit? We entered the pool rooms. We actually entered the pool rooms. We saw in a previous video that there were pictures of a pool room. I was about to say, never get yourself in a place that you cannot escape from. So if this was just... Oh no, I thought this was a path. I did not expect that. Kirill, I don't know if this can actually be something that says that the monsters were humans. There's a chance because maybe with each human that they kill, or maybe with each person that is brought into the backrooms, they are assimilated by the world and the world creates new creatures based on that. But based on the last live stream, on that video that we saw, that there was the creature, like the metal, like scrap creature, kind of screaming for help. Maybe even it was this one. Oh, there's no date on this video. It can be. It can be, but until we have confirmation, we don't have confirmation. I think that the Backrooms movie... Oh, this is like the Cas Van de Poel version. I think that that would be one of the main sources of answers, if we can even call it that. I still haven't watched the movie, but I think that after watching all of this, I'll try. Let's go. This one's called Home 27647. It's also Maybe. I didn't realize the coffin part. But wait, maybe that's why the hazmat suit guys, they have to wear the masks. No, that doesn't make sense. There are people that go into the back rooms and they don't have masks. But the thing that is the most interesting to me is that in the end, we only see the world by the vision of the tapes, the cameras. So in reality, the people that are made of like organic matter, they are just really assimilated, they're destroyed, they're corroded and absorbed by the world. So that's why there's nothing left of them. This actually started to make a lot of sense to me. That's why we usually see, the last time we saw a corpse, it was like all covered in that dark goo, and he was corroding, or he was maybe transforming himself into something new. Wait, we're in a car. Somehow this is gonna get creepy and dark. Could this be the car that vanishes and ends up in the back rooms? I don't know, because like even though if you're breathing, you might cough sometimes. It happens. I'm not even sick like most part of the year, like 99% of the year. And sometimes I cough just because I breathed wrong or because there was some dust in the air or something else. But I don't know if the backrooms infects you. I don't think that that's a thing. I don't think that that would be a thing. No, I don't think it would be. Man, for a moment I was a little bit scared because that looked like a cocoon, you know? A web cocoon or something filled with dust. Oh, that is the same painting or picture that we saw on the other one. It's the same one. Okay, new video. This one's called Backrooms Reunion. And this was in the 90s. This was 1 year before the guy that fell in the backrooms on the first video. 1 year before he went missing. And it said reunion, so what could it be? I don't think that this would be the video where they finally encountered the guy who found his way back to the foundation, you know, to the async foundation. But it's something else then. Hey Jonathan, how you doing? Welcome. I don't know how a human thing would appear in the backrooms, Kirill, but I just imagine that the backrooms replicates our reality in some sense. So that's how. And that is the gateway. That is the door. And it has come to a point that they are actually driving vehicles.
enough room to unpack over there.
Ooh, actually, actual live action in the Backrooms. And if you guys remember, that is the blockade that separated their safe area from the area that had something, a monster.
Watch your hands.
Wait, they're actually disassembling?
Yeah, we're just assembling now.
Okay, thanks for answering, video. I wonder if it's gonna come at any point on the video that they are gonna try to like send people with weapons in there. Oh, so that was a robot. They're sending a robot in. I think I've seen that on other Backrooms animations where they start using robots to explore the Backrooms and see what result they find. Much better way, honestly, much better way than to risk personnel or to risk bringing anything back with the people that start running. Walker, with the way that the Backrooms has been evolved or developed, especially by the community and the fan community,
And then you're going to want to stop up here.
there could be anything on the Backrooms nowadays. There can be so many different monsters, shitposts, memes, actual horror, you name it. There's a Backrooms video or theory about it.
Is that really what he said? I don't think he has a full understanding of the situation.
Oh, I doubt he knows either, but I think that matters.
The one thing that I have to say again, the batteries in this universe, they last a long while. If it was with me and my ZV-10, my battery would have run out in just, 15 minutes? 30 minutes? Which, to be fair, the video is highly cut to show less than 30 minutes of footage. But still.
Wall. Watch the wall.
I am surprised with how well this is holding up.
And now we're gonna have to move through this.
Hey, don't get too close. Stop. Stop.
Yeah, it was blocking.
I also would have been screaming at the ear of my colleague if he would start to drive in the direction of these holes. Okay, now we're gonna get a specialized team to go ahead and move the robot to the next position.
The last one came back good, but I recommend you keep a mask on just to be safe.
We gotta start updating our protection system. I feel like I'm always missing things in this mess.
I think he said, I feel like I'm always missing things. Let me see something. Okay, no, they're auto-generated, so that's not gonna help that much.
I am doing it back.
Oh yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll just conserve some power and then take it back in the cart when we get here.
Hey team, this is Mark. You copy? Copy, 311 clear.
But are we gonna see what is beyond that door? We never got to see it after the guy went down with the camera.
That is absolutely not the name we're going with.
Oh, then you better start working on a new one. This one isn't a better view. Remote one. Remember that? And these ones are all fairly even, right? You just have to go on that one. Just focus on going down the center and around those two.
Again, the way that they're able to just add these real people into this ambient, and most likely this is like a mixture of CGI with a 3D environment and a blue screen effect. But it's really, really cool to see how much they grew with the years for this project. Oh, they're gonna make a bridge? Honestly, the smartest idea that they've had ever since they actually got that door blocked or the robot to help him. Okay, I gotta give an applause to the Async Foundation on this one, because actually changing the environment so they can move forward like this is, for me, never seen before in any Backrooms media. Great job. While Team A assembles a walkway across room 14D, Mark, Randall, and Marvin, the camera, conduct an initial layout analysis of room 14C. Wait, so this is 14D and they're going to 14C? If 14C is the room beyond the door, are they counting backwards from the alphabets?
Is this the same one they had you practice with?
Well, pretty similar, but they were just renting that one. They won as far as I'm concerned, though. Not like I know the difference.
Wouldn't want to be on the other end of that.
You know, I said I was imagining that this guy was different. I imagined that this guy, that he could be security, but because I didn't see any weapons, I didn't say anything. But man, I would feel at least a little bit more confident if I had a 12 gauge at my hand in the back rooms. If you guys had the choice to actually go empty-handed or have a 12 gauge, which one would you pick? Let me know in the comments. I'm actually gonna maybe pin down a comment that says, would you rather go empty-handed or with a 12 gauge? I think I already know the answer for that.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Alright, get your lights on. Mark, light.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Standard, this is Mark. We're now beginning our progression into room 14C. Alright, so we're gonna want to stay mostly down the middle.
Also, the little bleep that we hear is the same one that is used in real life and for the Combine on Half-Life, I think. Oh, I need to sneeze.
I don't know. Okay, yeah, floor's different. Looks like concrete, what's it called? The stuff they layer over concrete to make it shiny. Epoxy? Yeah, epoxy. Looks like we got standard white drywall with black vinyl trim or wall base.
Now, could this be the start of the office rooms?
Relatively the same, just
It kind of feels like an office with walls and the ceiling like
Looks like
this.
there's another space between the floor types.
Oh yeah. If we can put a tape measure down there again. We got displaced tiles. Yeah. See anything?
No, not really.
Oh, there's a little hole in the back.
Oh yeah.
Is there a wall back there? A wall or can't tell
So
what that
it is a little bit like an
looks like a
office. No, it cannot be an office. It cannot be an office.
Sorry.
Is this just the natural state, or did something move these? I'm not sure which one I prefer.
It kind of feels like an office
Yeah,
ceiling, but
kinda
the previous like
uniform.
yellow rooms, they also had the same
Yeah.
ceiling. I don't know.
I believe we've only seen displaced tiles 4, I think it was 4 times before. Not too common.
Something changed. The light changed for a second. Something changed.
Guys, I found something.
Yeah?
You gotta look at this. What, is it right over there? Yeah, it's some sort of... No, you're right. This
Some sort of what?
handmade. You can't determine that just by looking at it. No, I'm just
Someone
assuming
tried to draw a
Either
map.
way, you're right, it does look like some kind of map.
Yeah.
It's impressive to me sometimes that people actually will be able to bring stuff into the back rooms and maybe draw a map, or they have a Sharpie. Who has a Sharpie with them nowadays? Maybe a teacher or someone that is working on a project or a student. But if I was teleporting to the back rooms right now, I would have nothing. I am basically wearing the same clothing that I wore yesterday, plus like some long leggings, like some long pants, because it's cold right now in Brazil. But if you guys were teleporting to the Backrooms right now, would you have a Sharpie? Would you have anything at all? Well, if I was teleported, I would still have my headsets, and I wouldn't have my phone because it's at the desk. So just a pair of headsets to be abandoned somewhere, and to be found by a new survivor or async team.
You know, it almost looks like.
I think this is around here, 14C.
Yeah, it's
Team A, come in. This is Mark.
That's the area we came through. That's 14C, and there's 14D.
Team A, this is Mark. Do you copy?
There's B and A.
They don't copy.
Standard, do you copy? Repeat, this is Mark. Do you copy?
Oh man, for a moment I thought there was a shadow behind him growing to get him.
Sure? We're not that far.
Well, that's all the more reason to get.
Oh man, don't tell me that you actually got convinced to go further.
It's just a non-issue, and you just come back around, you know, and see what the...
Oh, there was something. Wait, is it a person?
He's got my gun. He's got my gun. He's got my gun. None of you move.
Oh, he's a person.
I don't want to hurt any of you. But I will. If I have to, so please, just answer my questions and I'll be gone. How many people are out here right now? Down the hall, how many people are out here?
I don't know.
Peter?
Oh shit.
Marv? Marvin?
Yes, it's me. Is it really you?
Oh!
Me.
How? It's been months. We thought you...
I know. That's what they did. They took my life from me, Marv. Everyone thinks I'm fucking dead. My wife and children think I'm dead.
Can you please put down the gun?
Barbara, just tell me. Did they hold a funeral?
Yes.
This is Team A. Do you read us? Yes, A-Team, this is Mark. I read you.
Mark, don't.
What are you doing?
We need immediate arms support at room 14C. My team and I are being held at gunpoint.
There's not a way that you defeat the situation.
Stop.
They don't get shot. Oh man, what a fucking idiot. Yeah, he's not legally alive anymore. If you're going to a project like this in the government, you gotta understand that if anything happens with you, or you go missing, or you go AWOL, they're gonna hold a funeral, just so people don't ask questions. But man, they really gave a shotgun. You know, the worst part is that this is the type of people that the government would want. They would want someone that would actually die and not think twice about to just send him a message about what is going on, instead of just thinking about the situation and self-preserving and preserving his companions around him. What an idiot. He did his job, most likely as instructed, but damn, he was an idiot right now. Okay, this one's called Damage Control. And it was also, wait, it is also in the 90s? Ah, so this next one is exactly 1 day after the events that took place on the reunion video. Okay, so we still got 3 more videos before I stop it, and I return to this in another day. Are they gonna hear the gunshot? Yeah, they heard it. Would something else also hear it? Oh, something heard it. It echoed. That gunshot must have be heard from like miles in that thing. Yeah, Purple. Also, welcome, Purple. We've been watching this at the start of the streams for 2 days now. This is the second one. Ooh! He actually made it all the way to the door. That is honestly mighty impressive, especially considering that they were not able to be like warned beforehand. I thought they had a connection to the team. Oh yeah, Kiro, or that he was in a car crash and that they couldn't identify the body, but they knew it was him because it was his car. Man, this really seems that it was made in Gmod, the way that he moves. And even worse, he would 100% know. He would 100% know where to go to try to escape the facility. He was there before. Wait, what happened? He doesn't have a shotgun anymore. Oh man, 100% they're either gonna catch him or he dies. And like the double sliding doors like this.
I'd like to thank you all once again for your patience on this.
This is gonna be a reunion talking about this.
Hours for all of us here, and while he cannot currently be with us, Dr. Beck sends his apologies regarding the numerous inconveniences caused by our decision to keep you here overnight. Now, it appears that the situation has reached a point of some stability. We're still looking into a few things.
So after this, they had to do basically a containment breach. They had to go into a lockdown to be able to try to secure him and to not let him escape.
But I feel that we cannot properly address what occurred without running into speculation. What happened last night should not have happened. Not here, not with us.
If it was a monster, it would have escaped.
What occurred was a gross misunderstanding that was the result of some severe information mismanagement. Even now, I believe most of you still have an incomplete idea of what took place last night. Before I fill you in, I need to address the fact that there has been information deliberately withheld from many of you on the project.
So these people, they were working on this, they were going into the backrooms and they didn't have a full understanding of what was happening. Yeah, nothing new at least from this type of scenarios.
However, I want to make it abundantly clear that following the events of last night, it has been proven to us that that method of conducting ourselves was not viable.
Thank you.
So, I'm coming to you now to correct this mistake and begin delivering the authentic order of events as we understand them. On the morning of March 1st, a team of 4 researchers was sent into the complex to conduct a routine layout analysis. George Levy, Marvin Lee, Ronald McCarthy, and Peter Tench.
I was gonna mention that because one of the names, it sounded familiar to me. I didn't mention it, but now it's clear to me that he was someone that didn't have the camera before. You know, on the event that the guy went missing and he disappeared. That was like the same guy that was on his team. I think it was Mark.
The group realized that they had lost track of Tench while traversing the previously accessed branch of hallways.
He just disappeared.
As you'll recall, this prompted an immediate withdrawal of response back to standard, followed by several days of significant search efforts. However, those ultimately yielded nothing, and as far as any of us were concerned, Tench had simply vanished, leaving no physical trace. Now, for obvious reasons, that wasn't something that we could disclose to the public. So, roughly 2 weeks following his disappearance, our security team was forced to put together a more acceptable cause of death that would keep attention away from this institute and provide closure to the family.
They lied.
That is all close to common knowledge, I presume. Not all of you
were Wait. So, they might have not have found the car into the backrooms, but so I was right as they explained that they gave like a story to the family. They show a car crash, so they organized a car crash to say that he died.
So that is all close to common knowledge, I presume.
It's always a car crash or poisoned.
However, you're certainly aware of the effects it has had on our internal procedures over the past few months. Regardless, that was where Tench's involvement in this came to an end. Or, at least, that's what we assumed. Because
because on May 8th at approximately 5:30 p.m., a motion alert was sent out from the complex, which was closed off at the time. One of our senior engineers was sent down to assess the situation and discovered a male dressed in hazard gear who we were able to identify as Peter Tench. Immediately following this discovery, Tench was moved to a secure room on this floor where, over the following days, a select group of doctors were able to administer a panel of tests in order to determine what had happened to Peter in the 2 months he had been gone. Those tests yielded very little useful information. By all measures, Peter appeared to be in excellent health. However, we were still provided one very useful tool in understanding how the situation unfolded from his perspective.
The camera.
Some of you may recall that on the day of his disappearance, Tench was his team's designated camera operator. Well, when we recovered him, he still had that camera in his possession, and in fact had documented the entire ordeal. The footage will be presented in its entirety later today. However, for the purpose of this discussion, I will only be highlighting key events.
There's a video we saw before. Okay, interesting.
This is the hallway where Peter was last seen. They're not in view, but you can hear the others walking behind him. Now, as he approaches the bench on the right here, pay close attention to the audio.
Guys, can you hear this?
It was like he was being baited, you know, just like a fishing hook that just yanked him.
Now, I'd like to save the discussion for afterwards, but what you just saw is what we believe to be the moment that Peter was instantaneously transported 2 months forward in time.
You sure, Purple? Okay, I just think it was kind of fun that they said they talked about his family and then they showed a car crash.
The next 30 or so minutes of the tape follow a fairly panicked Tench as he attempts to navigate his way back to the threshold. He does obviously find his way back. However, the threshold appears not as he knows it, but as it appeared on the date of May 8th.
Yeah, he went to the future.
This ties us back to the moment when we recovered him. So, to summarize, from his point of view, he had only been inside the complex for several hours. So to him, all of the new developments surrounding the threshold were completely foreign. Luckily, though, as I already mentioned, there were people available to manage the situation as it unfolded. And over the course of the following days, we were able to properly sit down with Peter and work with him to gain a collective understanding of what had happened. However, there was still the very significant fact that Mr. Tench was considered legally deceased as a result of the cover story, and reversing that would be no easy feat. He understood this and was willing to cooperate while we looked for a way to reintegrate him without raising suspicion.
Okay, I don't know how this is gonna progress even further from now, but one thing that I gotta say is that the Async Foundation is more competent than I believe that I ever gave credit to them. Okay, it can be bullshit, but hear me out, Purple. They managed the situation, they took note of what was happening, they worked with him, they told him what happened. The guy who was like teleported and then came back, he said that he was willing to cooperate, or they said that he was willing to cooperate to try to reverse the situation. So this is still an ideal scenario for an event like this so far.
Unfortunately, though, that process ended up taking quite a bit longer than we had anticipated. And all the while, Peter was sucked out here, waiting idly by. We did our best to keep him engaged, but it is hard to combat the effects of prolonged sensory deprivation on the human brain. And as a result, Peter's mental state took a toll. Not to a degree that was outright concerning at first, but around the end of week 2, we noticed that he was starting to exhibit a number of behaviors common in patients diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia.
I mean, why wouldn't you start to develop mental issues? Because you were stuck in a different dimension? Because now you're considered dead? Because you went to the future? Because you haven't seen sunlight in weeks? But man, like, this is it, Purple. Like, This enterprise is not an enterprise that wants to discover galaxies or worlds. They discover something that can help humankind with storage. We can help with habitation. So I don't see this like environment just being completely malicious. It would have been way worse if it was directly conducted by the army. I think that if the US Army was to investigate this place, it would have been way more chaotic and a lot more of deaths.
That Mr. Tench was afflicted with that condition. Whatever the case, while he didn't express it outright, from what we could gather, he appeared to have deluded himself into believing that he was still inside some sort of illusion created by the complex.
I mean, wouldn't you?
We were secretly looking to do him harm.
But tell me, if you guys were stuck for weeks in a world like that, if all of your sense of reality was kind of just shattered, and then you finally came back, would you truly believe that you were back? There are events and survivors that were rescued from extreme isolation or near-death experiences. And some of them, they never even truly believed that they are safe and back, even years after what happened. There are certain traumas that will never leave a person. So, considering that this is a different dimension, I wouldn't like keep that out of my mind. You know, that I was maybe still there, I never left.
This all came to a head on the night of the 22nd, when, while Tench was finally about to be transferred to a temporary above-ground residence, he broke away from us and, using stolen credentials, forced his way back into the complex, where he would go undiscovered until just last night.
So that's
when
how.
He ambushed and violently attacked Team B in room 14.
So that's why.
Leaving Dr. Bloom in critical condition. We can presume
I just thought he was there. I didn't think they would be able to come back like that.
He could somehow escape through an alternate threshold, but still held on to the belief that all of us here were working to trap him in some way, despite our actions saying.
I mean, they are trapping him there, so they're not letting him go, so he is trapped still.
Immediately after firing a single shot from the Remington 870 to Dr. Bloom's side, Tench fled the scene and headed to the threshold outpost, where he would turn the weapon on several more of you while progressing into standard and through the lower offices.
So the way that they just create all these images and videos, it's honestly amazing.
To figure out what was happening. But thankfully, while Tench was passing through one of the empty labs next to storage, Dr. Maxwell was able to act quickly and managed to disarm him.
Wait, isn't that the guy that we saw a couple videos ago, walking the funny way and doing a call?
Tench still managed to avoid apprehension, fleeing into the main.
So that's how he lost the gun.
And evading our security staff by taking the freight elevator to the surface. Now, this situation could have played out very badly, given the potential number of witnesses around the building at the time. But luckily for everyone involved, as far as we can tell, Tench was unnoticed as he exited the property. Around 5 minutes later, our security team made it to the ground floor and began a thorough sweep in the direction of the hillside where cameras had last observed Tench. Now, there's no easy way to say this other than to just say it. I am terribly sorry to inform you all, but Mr. Tench was found deceased halfway down the hillside.
Found deceased.
An extreme blow to the head. It appears that while he was running through some brush,
I don't believe it.
a sudden dip in the ground.
I wouldn't believe it as well, Purple.
Tragically fell forward into a large rock. Given the circumstances.
For you see, he was running at such speed that Willy Coyote, who was nearby hunting for the running bird, he actually let go of the rope and let a giant anvil hit or deer escapee, and that's how he died. It was not our fault. Of course, you're not burning every information on that. I wouldn't believe that. I wouldn't believe any of that. Never.
The entire situation undoubtedly remains, but Dr. Tench, regardless of how troubled he was in his final days, was a brilliant man who gave.
If the something is right, you can sail away. Oh, if the wind is right, can still sail
His
away.
all to this project. He would certainly not want us hindering it in his name. What we're doing here is so much bigger than any one person. It is the work of a unified effort, and we need to ensure that that is never lost sight of. That we hold on to the pre-established notion.
As the video itself is called, damage control. They 100% killed the guy.
Is and has been deceased. That is done.
He has been deceased.
There is nothing more to be extracted.
Let me see that again. Also, wait, there's a guy running here. So they really lied, so he made it to civilization. I think that this is him. So we see, oh damn, look at this. We saw that green light that was into the backrooms in other episodes. We saw some like people that were probably hearing this conversation into the committee, this gathering. We see a table filled with projects and papers. We probably see him run. I think that he escaped, man. He could. If they didn't find the body, if they couldn't present the body to no one, then he escaped. I don't think he died, because if they're just saying that he fell and hit his head, but they didn't present the body, if they didn't say, oh, we brought his body back for an autopsy, I don't think that he actually died. I think that he actually made it to civilization. Okay, let me just check one thing. Okay, we still have 2 more videos before we stop, because I'm only gonna watch the Backrooms found footage number 3 and Backrooms static dead end when I start a new stream in another day, because it's a lot of videos. I've been already reacting for over 50 minutes, so we just got 2 more to go for today. And this one's called Overflow. This one doesn't have any date. So they don't know from where it was.
Market and non-market economies. Well, as I've said, that our negotiations in this area with the Soviets are just beginning. Commerce Secretary Peterson returned yesterday from 2 weeks, mostly in Moscow, but also in Warsaw, during which time very considerable progress was made. We're narrowing our differences, which have kept us from settling our Lend-Lease debt for 25 years. Good faith which the Soviets would
Wait, when was the Cold War?
settling the debt would set the stage.
Oh, it was between the 1947 and then 1991. So this was during the time of the Cold War. Free speech by the General Electric tape recorders and will give you enough free tape to talk 2 hours. There's 2 extra cassettes. 530 value. Man, I wish I was born in the 90s to just see these prices. Overload. That was also the green light that we saw in other ones. Date 72 approved. Jacob back? Was it Jacob? So something happened in 72. Oh, do you see that the sky is just shifting as if like it's joining a new dimension? If it's like, you see that? Yeah, purple. 80s and 2000s. Okay, now this is the final video. This is the final video before we stop. Let me see. Let's see if there's any date. Oh, 89 before the 90s. So guys, if you haven't already, a like on the original videos. A like on the original videos. Preliminary notes on lightning and file survey. 89. Dr. Julia Meissner. And also you could see Asing Research Institute, internal use only. November 1489.
Today is November 14th. It is a Tuesday.
Wait. Can you guys imagine if I had reacted to this 2 days ago and it was also a Tuesday on the 14th? Because today is 16 on a Thursday. Then that would have been such a high coincidence.
Yeah. It is incredibly cold. Hopefully by the time you're watching this, I actually have a decent heating system down here. That'd be nice. Die of hypothermia.
Now I'm a little bit confused. I imagine this is still the first gate.
The bin right there. Make sure to get the red one, right? Because the green one reads.
Yeah, this is still the same place that they established the gateway, so they're still investigating and putting everything to work. Do you guys think that they would hit us with another person going missing? So they're checking what's inside. Yeah, nothing too different. Seems like a normal building. It is disturbing as fuck. It feels like the Backrooms tries to replicate familiar human shit to lure victims with a sense of familiarity and trust. Man, I would 100% agree with you if we were drawn to enter the Backrooms, because we opened this path to the Backrooms. But beyond that, the Backrooms was just something that you fell by accident. You were sucked into. It was not something that you decided to go to. Everything else that happens after you get into the Backrooms, you don't have a choice. You have to explore. If it was like the infinite IKEA, then for me it would be 100% what you said. Because then you would go there thinking it was just a normal place, but then you would be trapped forever until you find a way out.
I don't know, I'm not a vent guy, I don't know. Oh,
He says he's not a vent guy, he's not sus then.
No rust, I think. Huh.
More than one floor, and I use that term loosely. We then attempted to cut power to the nearest fluorescent light fixture, a standard troffer. However, we were unable to isolate the power source, and the conduit remained live, despite the absence of any visible external power supply.
So it's just
the
like
source
that.
of electrical current remains unknown at this time.
So this confirms that this place just copies it, even though it doesn't understand how it actually works. So it's like the light keeps working, but even if it doesn't have any power source connected to it, then it keeps like giving light because it doesn't know how to act.
Using an insulated
It just
toolkit,
replicates reality.
We carefully isolated the light fixture from its electrical conduit, extracted the troffer.
Exactly, it's like something that barely understands what human
Up to
concept.
standard for analysis.
I remember Purple, I remember.
And a 0.5 meter sample of conduit was also taken, with all exposed wiring safely secured afterwards in the ceiling. So the ceiling tile extracted measures 1.27 meters by 1.14 meters, which is certainly not standard.
Sorry for pausing a lot on this one, but this one also has a lot to be said. Just like the person who's documenting the video said, this is not standard. These measurements are not standard. There have been a lot of items in the Backrooms that were not brought there by, by going through a portal or anything, but they were spawned there, and they just have so many different heights, widths, and they just don't make sense overall. It's like they're not supposed to be there. It's like they're not made for a human. And that is because the Backrooms doesn't really understand the human concept. It's not a human creature. It's just seeing those things and trying to replicate their own, but without 100% accuracy. Which even now makes me wonder, could the Backrooms movie, and the monsters that are there also be the attempt to replicate them, but not understand entirely what they are? So he just tries to make a copy without actually knowing what needs to be done to create them. It's like, there's a Star Trek episode that goes into that, but I'll give another example. It's like, give an infant the attempt to create a human being with all the resources that he can, but he has to do it himself. So he has to mold the person, he has to make the inner insides of a human, and he has to fill it with all the liquids that a human would normally have, like water, blood, and all of this and that. The kid would just go ahead and would just sculpt a very unhuman-like doll, but that resembles and that mimics the human form. So this is extremely interesting to hear.
But it's composed primarily of mineral fiber. It seems normal in composition. Has a fissured texture with mild tegular edges. So just after initial analysis, the composition of the tile estimated is around 60% mineral wool, which is fibers of amorphous silicate, usually derived from, I think it's basalt or slag. Around 20% expanded perlite, which is primarily of silicon dioxide and aluminium oxide, and the rest is a undefined mixture of silicate material, some starch, latex polymers, and some organic fibers derived from plant materials, recycled cellulose, really. But the light trough or housing is made of galvanized steel coated with a thin layer of zinc. Inside, the fluorescent bulbs are non-standard in proportion. Most
again, non-standard proportion.
12 bulbs. So the 4 bulbs measure 1.2 meters in length with a diameter of 38.1 millimeters.
Then perfection is in every single item.
We're extrapolating here, only 51. But that all the end wastes and the rest contain the following components. Phosphor coating, the calcium halophosphate for converting ultraviolet light to visible light. Mercury vapor in a small quantity, which facilitates the ultraviolet light emission. Argon gas, and again, this is all standard for these fluorescent bulbs. That's an inert gas that assists with regulating the current and really starting the bulbs. And they
maybe the Backrooms only began to exist when they open the portal and the Backrooms distorted copies of the Earth. I don't think so, because then it's like a paradox. It's like, if we are in this point in history, let's say that this point where my hand is when they first opened the gates, then that means that this opening of the gate would have to distort the reality and the connection between these two dimensions and create multiple entryways from that disturbance that are present in both past and future. And because this disturbance create events in the past, then the discovery of these isolated events in the past create the project that opened the portal in the present. Do you see the paradox here? If this indeed is something that was created because the portal was open, then it's a paradox. There's no way to avoid it. It was bound to happen because there's a loop to it.
Are connected via a G13 base, which is a standard 2-pin base with 13 millimeters.
Notice how that some parts of the Backrooms are more abstract the lower you go. It's like its best work is at the top and all of the failures and works in progress are at the bottom. I don't think I ever thought of notice it that way. But Purple, you see that when the guy went down a few episodes ago, if you saw that, he actually ended up in a neighborhood or a suburban neighborhood with the big tunnels and such. So I wonder if it really is like going down that is like the most accurate one, or if it's going up that it becomes more abstract and more weird. It might be like from top to bottom, I would say.
Spacing for electrical connection.
I think that the more lower you go, like the more new environments you find.
Copper, which appears standard again. The prismatic diffuser over the bulbs is made of polymethyl methacrylate, which is again commonly used for its light diffusion properties. I mean, it's what we have in the building here, very standard. But we also inspected the ballast, which is of the electromagnetic type.
Electromagnetic,
there's
you
some
say?
variation in how they're being manufactured now. This one contains a laminated steel core and copper windings designed to operate at 60 hertz. So the ballast emits a prominent 120 hertz hum. This seems to be the case for the majority, if not all, of the lights in the complex that we've assessed thus far, mostly just through simple curing. But this is due to magnetostriction and core vibration. But the noise may be exacerbated by loose lamination plates or degradation of the insulating potting material over time. So it's definitely an indication that this has been running for a little bit. I mean,
So okay, so this is interesting. So this is a sign that the backroom has been going for a while, even if it's just completely abandoned and no human stepped there or no recording has been made of that section yet. So that sound just indicates that this replica kind of functions as it should. Even though it's never going to fully degrade over time, it still gives a sound that would be real in the real world. Okay, interesting. So that's why there's always like the little lamp within the sound in the games.
Its large proportions suggest it was built for a non-standard space, not something you find in the majority of offices or most commercial spaces, though that's not something I'm too familiar with, truthfully. Now, we did find, so material compositions all seem expected, or we don't know what to expect here. They seem, everything we've looked at so far, again, this is rudimentary early testing, but everything seems pretty congruent with what you might expect from one of the trapper lights you could pull out of the ceiling in this building right here. So nothing too strange, but that maybe makes things seem stranger. Because we look at these lights and let me see. So several labels were marked on various components of the troffer. So on the ballast, we found markings for marked it as a universal ballast, Type A, manufactured in 1975 with serial number A75234.
No, that is huge.
The troffer
that leads you
itself
to investigate
is stamped,
something.
3X432, and that was manufactured in 1973 in Reading, Pennsylvania, and it is UL listed. And the bulbs were manufactured by Sylvania, and they're marked F40SW. That's soft
Man,
white,
actually finding like a
with
sticker
no
that
visible date information. It's left blank.
that just go and
But it
just
is noted
shows,
as
no?
made in the USA.
Yeah,
So-
like I was saying. So this is interesting because if they market and like they give company names, you can actually go investigate those companies, see if they are
outdated
real.
Design, the fixture appears fully functional. The stable operation of all light fixtures in the subdivision points to a continuous, potentially autonomous power source, which still remains unidentified. We're doing what we can. The materials used are durable with minimal visible wear, suggesting they were built for long-term, possibly indefinite use. So this concludes the initial findings. Further investigation is necessary to determine the source of the power.
Man, what does it mean? Damn it, I actually posted in the exact second that this was gonna end. But the focus on this means that something's gonna happen to it. And we're just 2 episodes away from finishing the list on the Backrooms by KANE Pixels. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna take a break and I'm gonna finish this in the next live stream. If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks so much for joining me on this journey because it has been honestly quite impressive. I think that unlike the Rolling Giant, this one is way more mysterious because we're given a little piece of information time by time. So I will be right back in your perspective, and then we finish this. Okay, we're back, and I almost started the reaction without my mic actually connected to OBS for some strange reason. So honestly, a great thank you to Henry for telling me that my microphone was not working before we actually started the video. This one is the final part. I'm going to be reacting to the last 2 episodes on the playlist, And it's called Backrooms Found Footage number 3, and there is no date into the description of the video. So in a 3, and a 2, and a 1, and a go. This time we got it.
In the Oklahoma City bar.
For the looks of it, since it said found footage, I imagine that this one is gonna truly be about someone that got lost in the back rooms for some reason.
Back to the hotel that night and was listening to the footage.
We got a face.
I realized I recorded a Monsanto exec joking with a DPR manager about this sick kid referring to it as the bug-eyed one. And sure, I like making fun of diseased kids as much as the next guy, but right after that, one of them basically admitted to fault, which, mind you, they aren't doing publicly at all. They said something along the lines of, well, hey, if we accidentally push out the entire county, you might just get that ranch you always wanted. Fucking A, man.
How vlogging used to be back in the day. I wonder if this is all supposed to be in the 90s or if this is already in the 2000s.
Sorry, I think I'm gonna have to close. This is Robbie. I'm a tenant in the upstairs at Fairmont. Yeah, that's me. I'm just calling to ask to see if there's anybody supposed to be checking out the downstairs today. Okay, so no like maintenance or anything?
So he's a handyman, right?
Hey! Someone there?
Honestly, if I thought there was someone in my basement like this, I would just call the police first, and then I would go check. If the door was locked and somehow the light is on in there...
Fuck me.
Oh, so yeah, someone broke through. Wait, what if something broke out?
Hey! Someone here?
I don't know if those yellow cables are abandoned for the sake of being abandoned. But I feel like that place right in front of him, he's gonna fall. Oh, he didn't fall, okay.
Hey!
Ooh, that looks like a Gmod wall.
Someone there?
This guy has a connection to the back rooms into his basement closet. The way that it echoed. Wait, it wasn't? Oh my god damn it. Out of nowhere, Arnold Schwarzenegger jump scare. Oh man. That's gotta be the intro right there. Not bad. Let me have a look at him again. Just out of nowhere, Arnold Schwarzenegger, everyone. Just out of nowhere. due to the quality of the camera, I really thought that he was maybe gonna have an open gate to the backrooms active on that closet. But it might just be a matter of time until he actually falls somewhere. And these people, they gotta be more careful in these situations, man. There is some very, very big NPC behavior. The first guy, it was not his fault. He fell out of nowhere. But this guy and the girl before, like, they were doing actual tests and they were investigating areas that they should not be investigating. Investigating warps, doing tests by yourself. And I think that starting now, this whole scenario is a 3D scenario. Yep. Oh, that is a big hole. I couldn't see if there was glass on the inside, so I think that something escaped. But one thing that we haven't understood so far about the series yeah, there it goes. Is that and there it goes, it fell. But one thing that we didn't understand so far is if that the experiment that they did with the initial gateway also truly is the center of everything. If it was that thing that opened other warps to different dimensions, and if it was that connected like these different portals around the world, and if they can actually be established, you know, or just re-accessed. Yeah, now he fell. But you know, this environment here reminds me a lot of the classrooms. I mean, for an adult male, I think it would be possible for you to climb using your back and your legs and your hands. At least I think I would if I had my sneakers on. Man, 100% classroom vibes. Also, real quick, let me see when this video was posted. Oh, it was posted just on 2024. So was this before or after the movie was announced? Or when he started directing it? I don't know. It's okay, Henry, just don't give me any spoilers, but you can comment on the things that I speak. If it's okay to say that I'm right, I'm wrong, if yeah, there was something, no, this is not about it. Just careful with the spoilers. So would this be the office rooms, the conference rooms? And because of the last couple of videos that we watched on the series, I cannot look at these items and not think that they are really created when it comes to their proportions. If you remember them investigating and talking about the lamps, they just had odd proportions, and it feels like they just functioned as they were supposed to. They didn't have a power source or anything like that. But here's the thing, Henry. The original Backrooms wasn't created by KANE Pixels. And this is something that I might Google right now. Who created the Backrooms? Oh, it was originally a creepypasta. But in the way that I see, since so since like KANE Pixels is basically like the guy, this guy that we're watching. This guy was like the first guy to make a Backrooms video about it and plus it on YouTube. I feel like he became the highest authority when it comes to establishing the lore of this universe. You know, because if it was to me, I would trust much more on KANE Pixels like vision than on the wiki. You also gotta remember that the wiki also refers to the backroom as a general location, and a lot of people can actually come and add certain ideas and some certain visions to it, and then the wiki would expand if it became famous enough. Can you guys imagine if the backrooms created by whatever entity or event, if there is an overseer to all of this, is just like a rat labyrinth, you know, one of those that you put a piece of cheese on one side and you put a rat into the beginning of the maze and you would just like start moving around. Just imagine if there was something just above everything, watching and staring and wanting you to move forward. Yeah, looks like you'll have some more sneaking to do.
This is so weird.
Can we investigate the clock a little bit more? No. Also, again, that type of thing right there, 100% reminds me of the backrooms. No, it's not the backrooms, the classrooms. Because there are certain rooms in the classrooms game that they do that in the beginning. It's just a room filled with chairs, like turned to each other.
What kind of place is this? Who is this even meant for?
Oh yeah, Henry, I remember from the trailer of the backrooms. There are random scattered objects across the place.
Be above ground.
And I think I've also played another one. I don't remember the name of the backrooms game, but it's one that mimicked a neighborhood. And as we walked through the houses, it felt like there was like a many second floors and just a odd staircase that you would follow and you would be able to walk around it. And there's the backrooms. Yeah, I think you have no other option but oh, actually you can move that too. But I thought you was gonna have to climb on the fence and you would have to go to the backrooms, you know, to the level 0 as I'll call it now. Man, you're actually strong to be able to move that with just one hand, or to be able to move that through carpet. Could that be the pool rooms? It doesn't feel like the initial entrance for the back rooms. It's wider, it's brighter. So I think that that might be the pool rooms. Or it can be another piece of the office rooms. No, this is a playroom. Do you guys, did you guys have that carpet when we were a kid to play. I never had it, but I've seen that a lot of people, they are super like attached to this item. At least it could be a good place for you to rest or to sleep if you need it. Oh, there's an exit. They're waiting for KANE to release a new level. So far, Henry, without spoilers, how many levels are known by the public? How many confirmed levels we have? Could you tell me that without major spoilers? It's okay if it includes like a lore from the movie. You know what this remind me right now? The Well. You know the movie where basically there are two people by platform, and the platform just goes from the first level and downwards with food. Because there's a moment in the movie where things just start to escalate to a point that there are just not more people there. There's just like bodies and corpses of people that killed each other for survival. So I feel like if you go from a liminal horror where everything's organized, everything's clean, everything is well lit, and you go to this thing, then yeah, things surely are getting worse. There are 379 levels registered? Really?
Oh my god.
Was that a corpse? I didn't know. I couldn't check. Let me see again. Is that a corpse?
Oh my god.
I don't know what that was, but there's something here.
I'm trying to leave. I don't want any trouble.
I think the lights are gonna start to go out on him. Now, if the creature doesn't come after him, the only option that he has is going to the original backrooms there. To go up. I imagine that I knew it. I knew it that something was gonna knock.
Hello? Hey!
Go back and go up. Ah, man. Oh, those are a lot of levels. What? My exact words, my good man. What is this? It's like the city, like the building rooms, the city rooms. Wait, we actually saw this environment before. Not from that perspective, but we saw it like from the inside, right? This place that we are, we saw it before. Now we are into the suburbs. And I remember from the thumbnail that we saw a house. So I think we are getting close to whatever should be the climax of this video. And we are just in the middle of the video, 19 minutes in. Did you really just turn off the light to hide? I need to reposition myself to see this now. I want to pay close attention for any detail on the monster. And the creature actually has the capability to turn on the lights. Man, now this is something that I don't think I've ever seen on any Backrooms game. A monster with the ability, if it goes next to a light switch, to turn off the lights. Imagine how scared that must be for a player. Or in this case, for a survivor. Okay, we're getting close to level 0, I think, because of the ceiling. It has the lights. Wait, so there is a way out? The level 3999? Is that confirmed? Would that be the way out? Man, if I start seeing statues in the Backrooms, I would just get paranoid for the rest of my life there. I know I would probably die or go missing or die of starvation or malnutrition or whatever they say that is the cause of your death. Most likely one of the monsters. But I just know that I would not let my eyes go of the statues if there was any statue in the game or in the experience. I don't think I wasn't gonna be able to read that anyway. No point in going back for it. A room with a lot of stereos. Yeah, I also would follow the path to the exit. But you know what that reminds me? Back in 2018, I went to London with my father. It was a very longly planned trip, you know. We've been planning that for a long time. And we went to the Tate Museum. And they had this exposition where they had, like I think it was maybe 3 or 4 meters high of radios stacked to each other in a pyramid. To show how much like television and communication changed over the span of a few decades. It was very impressive. I see some dark taints on the side of the wall. You guys see that? Oh man, really? But I did imagine that there would be some whipping angels type of shit in the back rooms at one point. Each floor needs something. And statues or monsters that move when they're not being looked at is like on every horror game list, in my opinion. At least nowadays.
Radio check. Does anyone copy? Radio check. Radio check. Do you copy? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello. Does anybody copy?
I think you're too underground.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I think the creature might have found him. Those same doors actually look like the concrete blocks from the Mario games. Oh wait, I think that could actually be a source of water. I think that might be, with beyond the pool rooms, the first actual source of water that we have seen ever since we started the series. The creature's already with him? Yeah, once again, Henry, careful with spoilers. Oh my god, that I actually got the jump scare. I got the jump scare with that too. So it was a humanoid creature. I was expecting a big monster or something different. It might be done. Push the couch. Push the couch. Man, the movement of that too. Man! He actually managed to avoid it for now. Hey, what is he filming? Is that an eye? What was that? Oh, he might be close to the suburb. I was about to say, is that a picture of that Chinese leader? Was it Mao Zedong? Let me see. Yeah, it was him. Mao Zedong. I think I've never seen a room like this in any game. What is this, silo room? Ah, man, I think he went on a full circle. Don't you guys hate when you actually go start a Backrooms game and you give a full circle to the map and you go back to where you started the game? It kind of feels like that too. But what is on my mind right now, Henry, is how does this thing actually affect the people? Because that humanoid creature must have been a person, someone who died in the backrooms or someone who actually went crazy in the backrooms. You see that he was covered in a white and black substance, just like we saw in that episode where we found the corpse with the agents. Or as I was saying, there's no way that's gonna end now. And this is the biggest video that we have on the playlist. No comparison. I think that every single other one was less than 20 minutes. Do you guys think that he did this to hype the Backrooms movie? Man, I have no idea where this is gonna end, Henry. It's my first time watching this whole series. I didn't even watch the Backrooms movie yet. I'm not into the lore. I'm not into any community that discussed this. And most of the people that I've come into contact with it, they were YouTubers just playing games that were fan-made, not unofficial. But can you guys imagine if KANE Pixel actually developed the whole game? Which I don't know if he did. But if he was to develop a whole game to follow or to explore the backrooms and what we know of it so far, that would be amazing. I feel like leading a team to make a game would be a piece of cake compared to making a whole movie. Okay, now he's on the right way. And I say right way because if he actually comes to the level 0, as I imagine this is, he actually comes to the beginning area of the backrooms that we've seen on the series. He actually has a chance of being found, right? He might find the researchers. Man, I feel like anyone that oh, we were here before. He was here. And man, to think that he spent all of this time walking around and he just ended up back into like the beginning area or close to it. Oh, there's a little gap between the oh, okay. But there was Is that thing gonna move? Oh, there was a little interference on the camera. Something might have changed. Look back. I know you want to look back. Ah. But I really don't know who that is. It kind of reminded me the actor that plays Oliver Queen. Part of the Queen into the Arrow DC universe. Nah, you never know. Even if you say, oh, it's not gonna move, you never know. Anything that resembles a humanoid figure or a statue, you should just keep staring at it until you go around the corner, just to make sure. You gotta remember that in the backrooms we have creatures that stalk you, or creatures that are intelligent enough to stay out of sight until they start to look. This is the house from the thumbnail. Okay, now this might be the high point of the video, and we are not so far away from finishing it. We are only 10 minutes away. Oh, there's blood on the right. There's something was dragged on the right. Lots of clothes, shoes. A lot of people ended up dying here, and oh my goodness. There's an attempt to copy a statue of someone talking on their phone. I hate those right cuts. You can hear a news station or something talking. But man, honestly, this is the cleanest place for anyone to survive or live. Man, if this is actually someone from like our reality just talking and interacting, and this is the backrooms kind of making a copy of the world.
Because we're cleaning things up. Office is empty right now, but we've got a few people looking at it. And
Please be the hazmat suit, guys.
well, you know, it would be helpful if you could come
It could be.
Wednesday and have a look at the place. The price is going down low. I mean, you gotta get out here clear over there, because time is not in our hands here. The clock's ticking, right? The price is going.
Hello?
Hold on, sorry, I think someone's outside. Someone out there?
It can't be the hazmat suit, guys.
I'm sorry. I don't know where I am. I need help.
You're on private property, you need to leave.
I'm trying, okay? I don't want to be...
This is the guy who keeps coming around here trying to talk to my boys?
What? No, my name is Robbie, sir. I'm not trying to cause you any trouble. I'm just lost.
My family's trying to sleep. Leave, or I'm calling the police. If you really need help, the station's a quarter mile down the road.
Listen, I can't. I've been walking for like 9 fucking hours, man. Where the hell are we? I can't even see you. Actually, do call the cops. That's fine. Just please help me out here. Hello?
Where are you?
What?
Where the hell are you? I just looked outside and I don't see you.
Oh, it's the connection between the worlds.
I'm in like a living room with a fish on the wall.
What is this? What is this some kind of game you're doing? Are you having a laugh over this?
I'm not. It's just, it sounds like you're on the other side of this wall, but this door goes nowhere.
Are you in my walls?
What? I don't know where I am. I've been trapped in this goddamn hell building for hours, and you're the first actual person I found. So can you please just, I don't know, get a hole in the...
I don't understand. How is this possible? I can hear you, but...
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just need to go home.
Why can't you leave?
I just told you there's no fucking exit or anything. This place keeps going on forever. Can you just show me where the exit is and I'll be out of here?
Okay, alright, listen, we're having some of the wainscoting here redone. I can open up the wall here, it's still loose, but I need you to move slowly, alright?
Thank you.
Man, imagine if this actually opens a new doorway to the back rooms.
Thank you. I think it's...
What the fuck? What? Oh my god. Oh my god, wow, what the fuck?
Is he gonna be stuck too?
Hello?
The portrait fell. He was also sucked in.
Hey, what happened? Hello? Oh, God, please.
3 minutes. Wait, he's sitting down.
It's been a little while.
How you doing? How you doing, Raj? How you doing?
I'm thinking I'm running out of time to talk to a lawyer about my job. I keep thinking about this. When I was like 7.
This time when I was 7?
It was at that park back home when
was it that
with
park back
nothing
home?
on the face, just to scare me. It was summer. The sky was, I don't remember the sky. It was hot out. Gary and Linda were there. You were there. I think you just got that orange bike that got stolen. One of your friends were there. You can see your faces so clearly. I just want to go home. I just want to go home.
And the last frame is the people playing at that event. Damn, this is quite sad. I really hope that these are not the end of the Backrooms videos. I don't know if we're gonna have a sequel. I don't know how well the Backrooms actually do. Wait, before we go into that, let me actually see. Did the Backrooms movie do well in theaters? Yes, the Backroom movie was a massive commercial success. It shattered the A24 record for biggest domestic opening weekend with an estimated 81.5 million and quickly climbed over to 330 million. Man, they made it 33 times like their budget. So yeah, they're definitely gonna have a sequel. So if they made it 33 times what they actually like invested, that's gonna be great. Honestly, KANE did a great job on this. Good job, KANE. And now, we only have one more video to watch. And this one's called Backrooms Static Dead End. So, this might be it. After 3 days of reacting to everything, it all led up to this. This one doesn't have... Oh, this one has a date. It was in the 90s. 1990 to be exact. And it was on the same month that I believe they opened the portal. So let's see how it goes. Hey Hank, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. So, in the 3, and the 2, and the 1, and the go.
No, I don't like this, and you shouldn't either.
What are you trying to get out of this, Marvin? We're on the same side, for God's sake. I don't disagree that things were handled poorly. But please, can you try to have a little perspective here?
Handled poorly. They killed him, George. He was alive and well, and you can't tell me for a second that the United States Department of Energy didn't have the resources to fix things. Are you kidding?
I told you guys on the latest reaction yesterday, for you guys was just a moment ago, that they killed him. No way that he just ran and fell and hit his head on a rock. No way.
Neither you nor I know exactly what happened, and frankly, it shouldn't be something that.
Yeah, Henry, but this is just 1 year before the guy disappeared. The footage was discovered in '96.
It's not worth dying on this hill.
Yeah, but what if next time it's you? Or me?
Marv, come on.
Yeah, you want to put me down like an animal over a minor fucking hiccup? Give a speech at my memorial? It's not cost-effective, George.
Yeah, but we're not going to let that
How long
happen,
is this video?
are we?
4
you know
minutes.
How I know? You're the 4th person I've had this conversation with. Nobody wants a repeat of what just happened. Listen, I know how stressful this is, but the best thing you can do now is just take a couple weeks off, give yourself a chance to process, and, you know, that'll show them that we can handle these kinds of things.
They don't want to lose the control of the project to the army. And they said on the just a couple of videos ago, if it was the army directly handling this, this would be an SCP Foundation type of shit.
The right call. You gotta keep pushing forward, okay?
Oh, and we followed the construction of little platforms over the holes. And as I said before, genius, actually altering the background like this so no more people go missing or fall into that. It's very, very needed. Good job, guys. You know, we were finally gonna see what's on the other door.
George?
Oh, hey.
I wanted to see.
No, not yet, but I'm seeing it now.
Okay, cool. Wait here for a second. I want to show you what we found down the hall in just a moment.
Sure.
Oh wait, we have subtitles. Okay, I'll leave the subtitles on just because there might be a lot of dialogue. But what happened here that he actually 1 year said, you gotta see this, remember? Was it the drawing? What was it?
But I think
Oh, weird. This is even...
Oh.
This is even stranger than I thought.
It's like there's a problem with the textures.
Huh.
Right up, down. This one, down. Try that.
Well, Mark didn't say anything about it flowing in a specific direction, but
You know, for auto-generated captions, this is actually doing a very good job.
so the pattern seems to align pretty closely to what he illustrated.
Yeah, so wait, this is the room you guys already cleared?
Yeah, so we went around and checked it out earlier. It's a dead end. There's some dips in the floor that I would recommend you avoid. We haven't checked those yet, but all signs point to it being safe. So venture at your own peril.
Oh.
I think you'll be fine.
So they found a way to the pool rooms, or the beginning of the pool rooms. Oh. Not pool rooms, not yet at least.
Oh, okay, you weren't kidding. This is interesting.
How much would you guys bet that if this was a game, someone would just go over to the chair and they would try to press E to sit on that chair? You know, I was actually sitting on a chair just like that, one of those plastic beach chairs. I took it to the yard and I just started to sunbathe a little bit. Ah, man, that's it? I'm gonna admit I was expecting a little bit more. And there is one video that is unavailable or is has been like hidden. But man, what a journey. 100% this is not the end of the Backrooms. Can I just go to this again? 1 of 10, 3. I don't know what is the last video. Could it be the trailer for the movie for the Backrooms? I don't know. But I would like to thank everyone who came on this journey with me. I would like to thank specifically Someone 10 for recommending me this series. It was honestly very interesting, and that certainly just leveled my paranoia a little bit to be stuck in the Backrooms or to find myself into a liminal horror situation. So thank you. Thank you for that. Right now, I'll be heading off from this video. I'm gonna go play some Red Dead Redemption 2 because I'm almost finished it on stream. And this video might be dropping tomorrow from the time that I finish recording. So if you guys want to, come on, hop on the streams, come make a suggestion, and I'll see you guys on the next time. Okay? Bye. See ya. If you enjoyed the video, consider becoming a member or patron, just like Titan Mark. Now that's a cool guy. See you guys on the next video.